So let's move on to the next car. This is the Z4. The Z4 Coupe. It's an E86, BMW E86, and I love this car. I had one before. There's a whole story behind this. I was getting married and I sold the car. It was a blue E86. I don't know about my video editing skills, so if I'm gonna if they'll slap a picture in here and you see it, that means I actually worked it out. If not, it was a blue E86 and there's no picture for you to look at. But basically, oh man, I got this about 3 months ago. I was hunting forever for one. I wanted a black one with had to have red interior, and it had to be, you know, something different about it to catch my eye. I was really looking for a Z4M, and after losing out on so many, I decided that, yeah, and this came up basically. So what attracted me to this one instead of the other Z4 as well? So this one's got a black line LSD done in the last couple of months. It's got an AFE intake. It's had the exhaust manifold replaced with an aftermarket one. So the stock exhaust manifold on this has the catalytic converters built in. So it's quite a restriction. And those two together with a map. And then I bought it 4 days after it got mapped. So the guy who owned this car, brought it into a track day car. So I was doing the work he's just done a couple of mods, really done those 3 mods, and I don't know if the kit was already on. It's got the Maxton, well, not kit really, it's the Maxton spoiler on the front. It did have one on the rear, but that's sitting inside the house right now because I took it off. I didn't like it. You've not liked it since the moment you saw it though, you know.
No, this here is, you know, can look good, but just not on this.
So we are 50% through a detail. It's literally, the car was halfway through a full body correction detail.
Is it the whole car or just one area?
And it was going so well, and we realized that the front bumper and the wing were just awful, so we stopped halfway through the detail and sent it off to get the bumper resprayed and the wing resprayed, but it's not come out as good as I'd like. There's a couple of issues and it's going back in, so it's going back in this week. But let's focus on the mechanicals, because I've got the car. Went up on the test drive, it's driving beautiful. The owner, Thrasher, I asked him to thrash it about. Let me actually see, obviously once it was warmed up, what it could actually do. I wanted to see, the diff lock up, and it did. He was switching it, ABS on and off. It went through everything, no lights on the dash, no nothing. The 100-mile trip home, by the time we got home, it was a fucking Christmas tree. Sorry, pardon my language. There's lights all over the dash. The ABS pump failed on the way back. It's unbelievable. He's been switching it on and off, and it's working fine. And then on the way home, it's failed. Engine light came on, where it's just been mapped. The secondary lambdas are there, but there's no catalytic converter, so they're meant to be I don't know, checked off, switched off, not activated, not used, but it's still flicking up a engine management light for the lambda sensors. So now I am in the process of getting that sorted out. And how are we doing that? So I spoke to the guys that mapped it. Oh yeah, let's have a look inside. I love this thing. It's got the piano black, the piano trim. Although there's a crack there, I only recently noticed it, I'm devastated. So the red trim's alright. It's been painted before, because every time I clean it, a bit of paint comes off, and there's a bit of paint there on, well, you can't really see it properly, but there's a bit of paint there, red paint I don't like. But yeah, all in all, it's pretty clean. So what was I saying? So yeah, the people that mapped it, I called them, explained that I didn't, I've just bought the car. You mapped it last week. What can you do for me? And they're happy to help me out. So what they're gonna do, they want me to send the map to them, get someone to take the map, I'll send it to them so they can send me a new one. So here we go. Here's the N52. So let's talk about the engine, right? Let's just stop there and talk about the N52 B30. Let's just talk generally. Let's just stop for a second and pay some respect to BMW's straight six, the inline 6-cylinder engine from BMW. How lucky are we that we've existed in a time where this has been available to us? Development of this, early 80s, the BMW started working on a straight six, maybe even earlier, don't quote me on this, but I'm guessing, when was it on the first E30 that we got a straight six? Since and however many years it took to develop that engine. So yeah, that's when they started working on a port injection inline 6, and this is the last port injection inline 6 from all of that. Yeah, so it's iteration after iteration. I think of it like the 911. So this arguably one of the best, but let's not get too excited because there's the S54. Yeah, let's say if we disregard M engines for a second, and then I can focus on what I would call like the domestic market type cars, engines that are available, and this is the one, right? There's no better straight six surely for that's available to buy in a car on the road. You know, after this it was turbocharged and direct port, right? Sorry, direct injection. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll have the S54 all day long, but man, it's the best of both worlds for me at the moment. I ended up saving a couple £100 on insurance, on road taxes. I don't pay M bills for this now, so yeah. So oh yeah, let's look at the exhaust. A couple of things I'm not happy about. So I've got a receipt for the exhaust manifold. You can see that it wasn't for an N52, so there's been cut and adjusted, right? But when I got it, this lambda wire was just sitting on the actual manifold. You can see, can you see here where it's burnt? I've just slapped it on here. My mate's been ordering some bits, so my mate Fatboy, I'll introduce him to the channel. He's gonna be a big part of the channel. I'll talk about him in a minute. Yeah, so I'll put that there for now, and this one's not touching because it comes straight off the it's coming off at the end, right? There's not many headers to avoid. So basically, yeah, so I've got there's meant to be a clamp here. There's a clamp that's here, and all of these clips clip into it, and it runs around. And then there's if you can see here, there's like a couple of can you see it? So there's a clip there. So right, let's go. So this clip here, there's two of them there, I think, at the back, and that's where the lambda sensors run. These two wires will run around there, held on nice and tight, and then come up through here and along here. So what have I done since I got the car? I'm gonna do a video because I've got lots of little videos that I did while I was working on it. If I took the rocker cover off before, it was a disaster, but you can see remnants of where I've really cleaned it all up. So I've had a whole bunch of gaskets, so I'll tell you what needs doing. Oh, so this mapped at 280 brake, 279, right? So it made 280 brake, a shitload more torque. I try and find a bunch of printouts and then I plot them. If I can work out this how adding shit in onto this video, then yeah, here's look at this plot. Basically, it's making a shitload more torque lower end, and yeah, I like it. It's relative to the M. Well, it's not too bad, you know. In the real world though, the M's pulling harder. I mean, it's got an M3 down the road, so we jump in regularly and jump in like each other's cars. They're close, but they're not that close. So yeah, the M's still pulling hard, and that was a stock. This is a stock engine. Anyway, what else do we need to focus? So let me get to the problem. So yeah, we've got the black line LSD. So we've got the intake. It's an AFE intake. So the guys that installed it are Muppets, because that down there, if you can see that hole. Yeah, wait, can I point to? Yeah, that's actually to allow air into, so sorry, it's for induction noise. That pipe, there would have been a pipe there leading up to the intake box. There was the stock intake box, and it just feeds sound into the cabin, intake noise. And this AFE kit comes with a little filter that allows you to still continue to get some intake noise, but the Muppets that installed this shit, and the same Muppets that installed the exhaust manifold and the LSD, which is a bit worrying to be honest, they just left it off, and they haven't given me, so I haven't got the filter. So I messaged AFE, and because they're in US, and 70 quid for some little, it's like a little breather filter, you know, you put on the catch can. So mate, we're not spending 70 quid on that. We'll think of something. So that needs to be doing, but that's not urgent. What is urgent is my oil filter housing is leaking. So I've done the valve cover gasket, I did the eccentric shaft sensor gasket, I did. So this is all new. So I got a new oil filler cap, I got new Valvetronic gasket. So everything here, all the gaskets are replaced. But what I didn't do was, I haven't done the Vanos solenoid. I need to take the Vanos solenoids out and clean them, because I'm getting Vanos fault. I need to take the Vanos check valves out, because I've got new ones of those. I put those in. I've got oil filter housing gasket to do, because so they're definitely the oil filter housing itself, the gasket between the housing is leaking, but I'm not sure whether the one between the head is leaking, but I'm just gonna do it all. I'm just gonna also block. I'm just gonna put it all and do it all. I've got them. I've got all the gaskets ready to go. All BMW. I don't like fucking about. So I'm gonna do that with an oil change. So that's where we are with this. Once we've done that, I need to address the ABS issue. Once I put this out, I bought the car and I bought these wheels right the same day. The guy was holding them for me. I left a deposit. I wasn't sure if they came off a Z4M, but the offset. It was 20 mil. It was like he was using spacers to get them out, right? So because they're 9Js on the front, 10Js on the rear, it's tight. And what's happened is, for some reason, the sensor on the brake pad wear sensor has ripped off. I think you can see it just hanging. See it? You can see it there. Look, it's hanging. See it hanging? I don't know whether it's the 10Js. I don't know whether the wheels or whether, you know, that a lot of times you can, when you put these back on, the sensors back on and you route the wiring, it might not have been correct. So that needs to be done. So they're the problems with the Z4 at the moment, right? That I need to address. So the oil issues, so that I can get to a point, I need to get rid of these Vanos sensor issues, because the guy that done the map says he's happy to send me a new map, but I need to address all of these issues before I send it to him. I want to make sure the only engine code fault I'm getting is related to the lambda sensor. So yeah, she's clean. I mean it doesn't look clean, but she's clean, man. She's going back in on Friday. Bumper's getting done. This wing, so there's like, it's like a weird reaction. I don't know if you can see it on this corner, but it's just not as bling as it should be, and I wasn't happy with a few things. So these badges are all coming. I got all new badges. But he didn't take the badges off, right? I don't know. We've had words. These reflectors are gone. You know what I mean? The reflector's actually missing, but I've got new runs. So, but they weren't taken off when he did the paint job. Don't ask me why. He's a friend of mine, so he'll sort me out. It was mates rates, so but I still expect a better job, so it's going back in. So that's where we are with the Z4. Because she's so new, I don't have a name. Feels like a she because she's pretty, but it drives like a he because it's a fucking weapon. I love this car.